And I want you to put 5 fingers up and follow along.
All right, let's do it.
Put a finger down if your children's toys or bedroom or favorite TV shows or whatever things that you liked as a kid were strictly policed to be appropriate for boys. Put a finger down if you've ever been shamed for doing something like a girl. Put a finger down if you were told not to cry as a child because boys don't cry, especially if this came from an actual adult and you were like 4. Put a finger down if you've ever acted gay with the homies. I guarantee you that the majority of young men and boys playing alone have their hands balled in a fist, probably shaking it in fury as some painful, maybe intrusive memories come washing over them right now.
Did I just have really based parents? Did all this stuff happen to you guys?
Searching for my 1950s woman. Searching for my calendar girl that I can come home to. Searching for my 1950s woman. Her kisses in the morning leave me dreaming the whole day through.
Won't somebody please think of the
Men.
They've literally shown that men are less likely to go to the fucking doctor because they perceive that as being weak. These are the type of ideas. That is... I'll walk it off.
Going to the doctor is a massive loss of time and money. It makes sense to just be a man and walk it off. And before you say, this is why men die younger, no. Testosterone suppresses the immune system and increases heart disease. Turns out eunuchs live about 17 years longer than other men. So if you really want the hot new health tip, on a more serious note, masculine men commit more suicide, at least according to this study.
This is patriarchy working as designed. The truth of the matter is there's a crisis of loneliness and unaliving for men because that's what's supposed to happen.
But the way they did that was pretty weird, and I'm not sure how you measure traditional masculinity. They measured 16 factors, which seems like way too many. But even taking the study at face value, there's a pretty obvious confounding factor. For various reasons, the cultures that place a high emphasis on manliness tend to be really unhealthy. Redneck culture, for instance, very poor, very uneducated. On the one hand, this means they're less open to new ideas like feminism. On the other hand, they're white trash whose idea of masculinity is spitting on the sidewalk, kicking your dog, and running over deer in your F-150. In other words, what these researchers call masculinity might really be what we in the mythopoetic men's movement used to call toxic masculinity, before feminists stole that word to just mean not being a feminist. But maybe none of that explains the suicide. Maybe feminists are right. Men are depressed and unhealthy because they aren't allowed to show emotions.
Because you can't do anything when you're a man. It's all wrong. It's all gay. It's all not man enough.
This kind of makes sense, doesn't it? You're expected to be stoic, so expressing emotions is a little more taboo, so people are less compassionate than they would be to a girl. I know that if my mom is sad, everyone's like, hey, Mom, can I get you a coffee? But if Dad feels sad, we don't know what to do. He's like weird and closed off.
So what are we waiting for? Tear down patriarchy! Men belong in the trash can.
Whoa, dude, this is like 1 con to 7 pros. And honestly, this is only a problem because everyone's so unstable. If men had good habits and discipline and purpose, they wouldn't feel these terrible emotions. I know I don't have these moments, and if I do, I have my Brotherhood to support me.
This is why men love war movies! Extreme danger is the only time we're allowed to feel emotion! When heads are blowing up and we're crawling through the muddy trenches, we are finally cathartically allowed to love and be loved by our fellow men! I love you guys! We're all secretly gay!
I mean, yes, extreme emotions only come out in extreme circumstances. That's just how men are. But we're still social creatures. Men are warm and cheerful and loving. And honestly, I think the media shows this pretty well.
is who here?
Henderson.
Henderson! He's back! He's back!
I'm back! You got the job!
You got the job!
I think of The Office or Elf. Even The Godfather, with all its failed masculinity, has all these moments of brotherhood and affection. Have you even seen It's a Wonderful Life?
Bert, what do you know about that? Merry Christmas!
What about Moby Dick? Ishmael and Queequeg out here cuddling, kissing each other's foreheads, sleeping in each other's arms, and talking the night away like an old married couple. This idea that men can't share their emotions isn't intrinsic to patriarchy. You could have a patriarchy where men are vulnerable with their friends and their brothers and their priest. In fact, that's what we had for thousands of years. We see these civilizations that were deeply, truly patriarchal, and these men were emotional. Ancient Israel is the patriarchy that we as Christians have the most knowledge of, right? And just look at King David's Psalms, weeping, beating his chest. God, help me! Look at Lamentations. What about Song of Songs? Love and longing to rival any Elvis album. Look at medieval Christianity, full of weeping saints and kings. Look at Christ himself. The Passion of the Cross. Our songs from the 40s and 50s are full of heartbreak and loneliness and even, frankly, neediness. Love me, baby, or I'll just shrivel away to nothing. I feel so blue. Really, this false stoicism comes from individualism. Older forms of healthy masculinity saw men as leaders, yes, but leaders in the context of community.
I held you.